Hello everyone, welcome to Old Dad's Modeling Mess. And in today's video, I bring you MiniArt's European Tramcar with crew. That's right, this is kit number 38009. Man, I almost messed that up. Yeah, I seen this kit and I've seen some people build these where they do stuff like kit bashing and stuff like that, and they put them on tank tracks, and it's all really cool. They're doing the post-apocalyptic type of thing. I'm gonna do something kind of similar-ish, very ishish. It's gonna be kind of post-apocalyptic, except for it's gonna be Berlin right after World War II with this. As you can see, I have this one circled because, of course, I drink Coke. There. Better look. Yes, it's hot in here. See all that sweat on the bottle? My workbench is out in the garage. I have a fan behind me, but yeah. So I'm looking at that one with those decals, but I'm looking at this one here because this was in service from 38 to 45. So I'm going to do these colors, but probably put the Coca-Cola up top, just for shits and giggles. The instructions, yes, there's a lot of them. And as you can see on this page here, there are a lot of parts. Of course there are, because this is MiniArt kit. So far, though, I am not seeing anything that's going to, like, drive me completely bonkers or confuse me. But that'll happen once the build actually starts. The seats are different. I was thinking more like a bus or a car or something like that. But I like that bench seat like that. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah. And of course, there are a lot of steps because there are a lot of parts. Yeah. And this is the electrified one, so it's got a pole and stuff like that, and it's got the little thingy there. And here are the decals. Well, not really decals, but the advertising. The decals are right here, which I don't know which ones I plan on using yet. Yeah, we'll figure it out when we get to that. But what's really cool is they actually have newspapers here that you can cut out, bend up, magazines, okay, and then there's all the advertisements and stuff that can go on the side of it here. And of course, there are the Coca-Cola ones, and I'm going to assume everything is in German except for the Coca-Cola part. That's just my guess. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. So if I am, you guys can laugh at me and make fun of me in my in the comments down below. And it does come with people, and it comes with a couple crew people and stuff like that. One of these here, this lady right here, I have already used her. She was in that T-34-76 little diorama thing that I wasn't going to do but ended up building. She's the lady that is in the horse-drawn buggy. So, yeah, there's that. Now this, we'll start with this here. This is actually pretty solid. This isn't one of those little cheap little ones that you get in those $5 kits. This is actually pretty decent. I've thought about taking a mold of this so I would have it, but then, in all honesty, probably won't, just because I can actually make this with my laser cutter. So, yeah. But this is the base, and what I'm thinking of doing is having like bombed out building back here in the back, over in here, something like that, and then the tram car itself right here with people kind of using it for shelter. instead of them being all dressed up fancy, waiting for the, I want rubble all around. I want it to look like it's post-apocalyptic into World War II. So yeah, that's the base, and that is really nicely detailed. I've already shown you the decals, so I will show you the figure set here real quick. And there's lots of windows that won't get used because most of them are going to get broken out or something. The detailing on these is fantastic. I mean, look at all the wrinkles and folds in them, in those clothes and stuff like that. I mean, you even got them on the boots down here. The fingers. Yeah. This MiniArt's figures are just absolutely 100% amazing. So there's that one there. And I think that these here are the conductors and stuff like that for the train. And then these here are the passengers. And as you see, the lady's gone already. But yes, I mean, just wow. I did not think that you could really get this detailed with injection molding like this, but apparently you can. And that is awesome. Now, we will get to this stuff here. I have no idea what any of this stuff is, except for that it is very, very small, fragile-ish looking, and pretty damn good and detailed. I mean, when you got the bolts and stuff on that right there, on how small those are, that's just amazing. And look at the little bitty bolts right there. That's outrageous. This is going to drive me completely nuts because I'm going to lose half that stuff. Sorry, I don't know what it is. I've just got a really bad cold. Wow, those are wing nuts, actually. There's a couple wing nuts on there. I don't know if you can really make that. Hopefully it'll show up on camera. But those two middle ones are wing nuts. Wow. That is, yeah. And there's four of those. So we will set them out of the way here. No idea what that is. But yes, the detail on this is absolutely mind-boggling. And those grab handles, I think I'm just going to make those out of wire just because I know I'm going to break those just trying to get them off the sprue. And here we go. This looks like the stuff for the electrical stuff, and then there's part of the bench that goes outside. At least that's what I'm going to go with. But wow, the detailing on that bench is nice. I'm sure that these are, it's got to be parts for the electrical, I would assume. I don't know. All I know is there are amazing details there. And that, okay, here we go. What are these again? Oh, this is more of this stuff. Okay, this is like the railings and stuff like that. I know that that's part of the, I don't know if you can see that, but that's actually wound like a spring. That is absolutely amazing. And you can see through it. That's badass. That is really, really badass. Now I know that's this part up here, so that's part of the electrical stuff. And we have the ends of the bench here, manhole covers. Those are the for the fencing right there. Light poles, or yeah, I'm not sure. Light poles are just posts, something more drainage. That is Okay, we've got what, 4 of those? Okay. Yeah, this is highly crazy. Okay, here's the light pole here. No, this isn't the light pole. This is the actual electrical poles. Okay. Oof. That is neat. And I like the ironwork here on that. That is just, man, these guys have went to town. The detailing is just amazing. Look at those little hooks there. Those things are tiny. Wow. And there's 2 of those. Okay. So let's see. We got 2 more, no, 4 more small ones, and then we get into the bigger ones. So, yeah, I have no clue what this is. This looks like stuff that might be underneath the train car or tram car, whatever. Kind of like a electrical engines or something like that. That's what I'm gonna go with. No idea what that stuff there is, but good detail on it, as you would expect. And there was 2 of those. This, I have no idea what none of this is, except the detailing on those little pieces right there are just, holy cow. That one I'm going to have to be really super careful with, so I don't snip it this way thinking that that's it, because that's actually a little hook part there. It was over and then up. So yeah. Okay, if any of you guys have ever built one of these, hit me up in the comments below and warn me about what I'm getting myself into with this, because yeah, this is a lot. Okay, there's 2 of these that are the same frame. Okay. Wow, look at the detail, those nuts and rivets and all that. Not sure what that is. Spring inside the box there, that's nice. You know, when I got back into building models, I noticed that the game had been raised and stuff like that, and it's just amazing the stuff that they do now. That there is gonna, yeah, wow, that's like a thread thickness wise. Just the little details and stuff like that, that's gonna be really, really super hard not to screw up. And of course, since there's 2 of them, I get to do it twice. So yes, screw up and mess it up twice. I am an expert at that. So let's see here. What do we got here? Now it looks like we're getting into the actual tram car itself, or more of it. And there's 2 pieces, just like there was there. Door. Okay. The insets are decent. Yeah. Those are outside, and those are recessed in. Okay. So these are raised panel lines here, and then those are recessed spots there. So that is amazing. Benches for the inside, for the people to sit on. No idea what none of this other stuff is. I don't know. Can we get in on that there? Just to see the detail on it. Yeah, look at that detail there. That is smaller than my fingertip. That is, holy cow. Okay, now we're going to get into some of the main pieces of the raised and inset. That is, see, that's Good. That's the way kits should be built. These guys are... MiniArt is absolutely amazing when it comes to detail. Absolutely. Okay, and it's got detailing on the inside of it too, where you'll see that. Okay, so there's that. What do we got here? We got 2 of these. Oh, no, we actually had 2 of these. So, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. So, 2 of those. And then here's the last pieces here, and we have 2 of these. So, here's the front. Again, raised and recessed. Detailing there. Doors, same way. Actually, those there are actually recessed. Those panels, those 3 panels, those are recessed. Or, I mean, raised, not recessed. Double recess here on those, whatever those are for. Oh wow, those rivets there, those are absolutely amazing. They are still small, but they are very proud, and you can feel them like that. You don't have to do the scratch test. I don't know what those are, but those look like some sort of heater vents, air conditioning vents. But excuse me, to give you a size comparison here, that is the tip of a razor knife. So yeah, the detailing, there we go again with those little, yeah. Well guys, this is an absolute amazing kit, and I so want to build it, but I'm not gonna lie, after seeing all this, I'm scared shitless of it too. Because there is an awful lot here. There is an awful lot here. Let me put this back in here so I don't lose any of it. Because Lord knows that this thing was not cheap. I think this one here, when I got it in that lot, this one here I ended up paying full price for, and I think it was like 80 bucks or something like that. It was absolutely not cheap. But that's okay, because like I said, what I want to do with it is do a diorama, so it's got its purpose. It will get built. Just I might wait a little bit and get a little better at doing the dioramas and stuff like that. I am still learning and getting better at doing that sort of stuff, but I don't quite think I'm in the realm of this just yet. So trying to get that all back in there really nice. There's that. Okay, put those right there. And yes, believe it or not, when I got it, the top of the box was puffed because it's just that full. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching my videos. If you like this sort of stuff, drop a like and a comment down below. Tells YouTube you like watching it. It helps me out. What helps me out even more is if you subscribe. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Helps the channel grow, gives me an excuse to buy more stuff like this. And yeah, I mean, besides, it's free. It doesn't cost you nothing. You might get an annoying pop-up every now and again, or a notification, you know, saying, hey, he posted a video. But, you know, I mean, other than that, that's all it costs you. We have a Discord for the channel. You can come in, hang out, talk. We have a section for you guys to post your own build pictures on. There's a tips and tricks section. There is build ideas. So if you guys want to see something on the channel built a certain way, drop that in there. Maybe we can do something with that. And I do have a channel where I do occasionally post pictures of the stuff that I'm working on. So, yeah. And Discord, there's a link for it down in the description below. It's also free. So, yeah, why not join? But until the next video, guys, I will see you later. Bye-bye.